pieces are still there, right? But it's not standing up anymore, it's all on the ground. You can destroy a book. Teacher says, you know, use this dictionary, you hate this dictionary, so you can tear it all up. You destroy it, but the pieces are still there, right? Even if you burn it, there's something from that. The smoke and the ashes are still there, right? So, with the economy of a country, you can destroy it, but obliterate, well, this word, when it's a verb, an action, it's related to all of the other things we know, like literature, literate, right? It means to smear something on paper. When we first started writing on paper or on cloth, the difference was we have something hard, like wood or stone, and to write on that, well, you use a knife, right? You carve the words into the wood, or you carve them into stone. You need a hammer, you hit it, and you make marks inside the material. But when we first started writing on something like this, the idea was you have ink, you have something liquid, and you rub it on the page, you smear it on the page. So that's where this word comes from. So, smear it out, obliterate. That's actually what it means. So, it's not there anymore. Can you obliterate a country's economy? Can you completely remove a country's economy? No, of course not. So, again, Trump, right? So, that's what obliterate means. That's why it's a verb, so the pronunciation isn't what you expect. The word literate, just literate, is an adjective. So syllable stress is different. Literate, literature, literal, literally, all of those words come from that root. But when we make this into a verb, we have this ATE for verbs, obliterate. Okay? So, but that's a fun one, yeah. Okay, any questions?
So obliterate means make it disappear, right?
Wipe it out, rub it out, erase it.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty much it's the same as erase.
Erase, okay, erase, okay. Huh.
Yeah.
So maybe Trump wants to show off his vocabulary power.
Yeah.
But it seems like the usage of this word is not very proper, or
No, he talks like a high school girl. I'll totally destroy you guys. Really, I will. You know, that's what he sounds like. So it's unfortunate. I think the guy has a lot of potential, but he's too full of himself. And anyways, he's in America, he's not in Canada. I don't care. So, all right. 一七年 the
building inspection has been postponed until next week, and the electrical work can be completed.
Okay. Whenever you have this kind of question on a test, the test does nothing unless you learn from it. So, why are the wrong answers wrong? That's how you need to look at it. The building inspection has been postponed until next week. Also that. What would that mean? If we put also there, then we have two ideas, right? One, the building inspection has been postponed until next week. Also, number two, the electrical work can be completed. so 他的意思是错 right? That doesn't make sense. When. Can we put when and that together? We have a problem there. Why? That can go with a lot of things, right? We can put a lot of other words in front of that. Why not when? This is 文法的问题，也是重要的, right? The thing is, you have a pattern in Chinese where you can put ideas in front of the noun. So, the falling asleep student, right? In English, we can do it a little bit. The sleeping student, okay, right? The sleeping in class student. Can we do that? No. But in Chinese, you can do things like that, right? You can put all kinds of things at the beginning. The bored out of her mind so that she falls asleep in class student, right? There's not much to limit that in Chinese, but in English we can't. The sleeping student, more than that. We can have the eating student, the eating tofu student. No, right? So what we do instead is the student who, and then we have the rest of our sentence. The student who sleeps in class. And then does not pass. Unless you have a good relationship with the teacher, you know. So, the student who sleeps in class does not pass. The thing is, we have a limited relationship here. This ties with this idea, but it has a purpose in the sentence. Can I say the student who, when, sleeps in class? No. What I could do is the student who, when sleeping in class, snores, fails.
Wow.
All right?
Complicated sentence.
But you see, every word there has to have a reason. So, we have subject, verb, right? Who snores, subject and verb. And then we have this part here describing this, just like this part describes this. So, whenever you're confused about all of the little words, try taking this sentence apart. The building inspection has been postponed until next week. If we have a when the electrical work can be completed, then we can't have that, right? We would need another idea for that. Has been postponed until next week when the electrical workers are available to finish their work so that the work can be completed, right? Each of these words has to have something to do in the sentence. 所以它是比较难的，可是可以了解. You really can understand it if you take it apart. So when doesn't work with that. Then, right? This one is easy to remember because it always compares. You have to have two ideas, more than, less than, right? Okay, so it has to be so. So that can go together. The meaning is just 所以, right? 为什么？所以. Why does the building inspection get postponed? Why has the building inspection been postponed until next week? Why? So that the work can be finished. Okay? So again, if you have a test like this, remember, the test doesn't say much about your English. The number on the test doesn't say much. But if you can tell why each wrong answer is wrong, that means a lot. That says that you understand the sentence, you understand the problem. Okay? 这个有问题吗？
So we can say, can we say, we can view the phrase so that as a conjunction?
Yep. Yeah, that's how it works here. So that is like because.
Oh.
It's a conjunction there, yeah. Okay. The last one, 一七年, I
rely upon your word absolutely.
Okay. So, this rely upon, first off, most people don't use this form. It's only for very formal language. How do you say formal in Chinese?
正式的.
We have formal words and informal. And one reason why Trump's language is so weird is because some of it is very formal.